హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఈరోజు వచ్చేసి సి లాంగ్వేజ్ బేసిక్స్ ఎలా నేర్చుకోవడం అనేది చూద్దామండి. స్టార్ట్ ఏ వీడియో.
Next, Danish Ritchie was introduced to one more programming language. That name was called C language. Okay, C, the letter C, which is derived the second letter from the BC. The second letter from the BC. C means combined programming language. Okay, it is a combination of both BCPL, B language, and added additional features. Okay, sure, that is nothing but C language. First, it was introduced with the Unix operating system. It was somewhat difficult to work with the Unix because it is a CUI based operating system. CUI means character user interface. Okay, if you want to perform any kind of task, what should you have to do? You have to type something from keyboard. Okay, when we know those commands or statements, then it is possible to work with Unix operating system. But in Windows, it is somewhat different. Okay, in Windows, when you started the system, some icons will be appear on the screen. Okay, with the help of mouse pointer, when you clicking on that, it will be opened. Okay, it will become easy. Who doesn't know the computer also can work with this application. That is nothing but Windows operating or GUI based operating system. GUI means graphical user interface. Okay, nowadays here in our home, the kids doesn't know how to operate the mobile, but they can play the games and view the videos from YouTube. Okay, everything they can do. How it is possible? With the help of GUI based operating system. Android is GUI based. Some icons will be appear on the screen. We can open it and play some games or watch videos from it. Okay, that is the way of using GUI based system. Okay, sure. After that, ANSI, American National Standard Institute, they provided some C compilers to work with the different operating systems. Afterwards, we are working with Windows operating system also. When developing the programs, we can work with Windows operating system also. Sure, that is the way. And next one is the importance of C. Okay, the importance of C. Sure, C provided various steps of importance like C is a middle level language, already we discussed it. Okay, it is a middle level language. And second one, C is suitable for structured programming. It is suitable for structured programming. And C has a rich set of instructions. C has rich instruction set. Next one is C is portable. Okay, these are the various importance of C language. First one is C is a middle level language. Middle level language. Okay. C is middle level language means it can understand both the high level language instructions as well as low level language instructions. Okay, that's why C is a middle level language. That means it is going to be convert the high level language instructions into low level and vice versa. That means low level language instructions into high level. Okay, that is nothing but middle level language. And next one is here, second one, C is suitable for structured programming. Structured programming. Here, in this one, what we are doing? Here, if you wrote a larger programs, it is somewhat difficult to understand it. Okay. For example, in our class, 100 members are there. Is it possible to maintain the class? It is somewhat difficult. Okay. What I am teaching that is not reached to the end of the students. Okay. Here also same thing. If you wrote larger programs, it is very difficult to understand, maintain and debug. Understand? maintain and debugging. Bug is nothing but it is a mistake, it is an error in the program. Removing errors from the program is nothing but debugging. Okay, it is somewhat difficult when the program is large. It is very difficult to understand, maintain, and debugging. So, whatever the program is there, okay, the entire program we have to split into smaller pieces. Okay, smaller parts. Okay, these are nothing but modules. Modules are functions or subprograms or subroutines. So why we are decomposing into smaller parts means it will become easy. For example, 100 members are there. I divide it into 10 parts. Okay, in each part 10 members are there. It will become easy to maintain and what I am teaching that can be understood by the students easily. So that is a way of dividing into smaller parts. Here also same thing. The larger programs we are divided into smaller parts. It will become easy to understand, maintain and debugging it. Okay, that is nothing but structured programming. Okay, C is going to be support functions. That means smaller parts. These are called modules, functions or subprograms. Next one is C has rich instruction set. Instruction set. Okay, sure. Okay, any language that have some instructions. Okay, if you want to learn something in Telugu or English or some other languages, or in mathematics also, in maths, in science, in every subject, in every language, whenever you are going to be learning, which have some instructions. When you follow those instructions, it will become easy to create the words, sentences, and something. Okay. Sure. Also same thing. For example, in Telugu, some letters will be there, like Varnamala. In Varnamala, some letters will be there. Okay. What are those? Achulu, Hallulu. And in case of English, we have to use some letters like A, B, C, D. Alphabets will be there. Okay. Using those alphabets, it will be supported to create words, sentences, and paragraphs. Okay. Like that, in any language can have some instructions. With the help of that, we can create words, sentences, and programs. Here also, in C programming language also, we are not going to be creating our own instructions. We are following some instructions which are already available in C. Okay? Those instructions we are using in our program while writing. Understood? In mathematics also. Okay, if you want to simplify this problem, for example, x plus 3 whole square. Okay, this is one expression. Okay, if you want to simplify that, how we can simplify? How we can simplify it? Speak loudly. A plus b whole square. Okay, that sure. Who is created this one? You only created? No, this formula is already exist in mathematics. We are not going to be creating our own formula while simplifying this task. This formula is already exist in mathematics. We are following that formula while simplifying this task. Here also same thing. In C language also, we are not creating our own instructions. We are going to be using some instructions which are already available in C language. With the help of those instruction set, we can develop the programs. Okay, writing the program will become easy. Okay, sure, that instruction set is provided by the C language. Okay, it has some of the instruction set like data types. Okay, data type, which is going to be represents the type of the data. Okay, what type of data you are using in your program. Sure, whether it is numerical type of data or character type of data. In numericals, further categorized into two types. fractional type of values are you using or without fractional? Fractional means, for example, 5.67. Okay. Integers means that is without fractional. For example, 28, 42. Okay, these are integer type of data. Okay. Sure. What among these, which kind of data you are using? Whether it is fractional, without fractional, or text type of data. So single letter will be there and group of letters will be there. Okay. So which type of data you are using in your program, that is represented by the data. That feature is provided by that instruction is provided by the C language. And also, whenever you are going to be performing the task, okay, like mathematical related or logical related, you have to use some operators. Operator is nothing but it's a symbol that performs some kind of operation. For example, here if you want to perform this 30 and 20, if you want to perform addition operation, what we are required, what operator we used to perform the addition of two numbers? What is the symbol? Plus is the symbol. Okay. Sure, we have to use the plus operator, which is going to be perform addition operation. Here this operator is already exist in C language. We are not using our own operator. That operator is already exist in C language. With the help of that, we can perform the summation of two numbers by writing the programs. Okay. Sure, that kind of instructions. Okay. Not only arithmetic operators, there are so many operators are available in C, like arithmetic, assignment, okay, relational, logical, bitwise, okay, conditional. These are the several types of operators which are available in C. Sure. Those are already exist in C. We are not going to be using our own operators. We are not going to be using our own data types. Some data types which are already available in C. Some operators which are available in C. Those we are going to be using in our programs while writing. Understood? Sure. That kind of instruction set is provided by the C language. Okay. With the help of that, writing the program will become easy. Okay. And next one is C is portable. Okay, portability means, what is portable? What is portable? Everybody knows. Easy to carry. Porting. Are you used porting? Mobile porting. Sure. Okay. There are, we are using different kinds of SIMs. SIM. Airtel, BSNL, or Idea, or Jio. Sure. Initially, if you purchased one SIM card, okay, we can use only that subscriber. It is not possible to use some other subscribers, some other network. If you purchased Airtel SIM card, only we can use the Airtel network only. Is it possible to use some other network? No. Nowadays, if you are not interested, if the Airtel signals are not available in our area, what we are doing? We are going to be porting to some other network. Okay, we are using same SIM card, but changing other network. Okay, that is nothing but portability. Okay, once the program is executed in one computer, you can execute in any computer anywhere in the world at any time. Okay, that is nothing but portability. Understood? Once you executed in one computer, for example, in our lab, we executed C program in one computer. That program we are copied in pen drive and copied in our system, stored in our system at home. That file is going to be run in our computer also. That is called portability. Once the program is executed in one computer, you can execute that program in any computer anywhere in the world at any time. Understood? that is called portability. Okay, these are the several important features provided by the C language. Understood? And next one is structure of C. This is important for everyone. Okay, listen carefully. Structure of C language. Okay, sure. Structure of C is nothing but the sequence of steps which are involved while writing the program in C. Okay, whenever you are going to be writing the programs in C, which are involved in several steps. So those are nothing but structure of C. In C program, you have to follow some sequence of steps. For example, documentation section, header file section, definition section, global variable declaration section, main program section, and user defined function section. Okay, these are the 6 sections which are involved while writing the program in C. Understood? Documentation, header file, definition, global variable declaration, main program, and user defined function section. Okay, these are the several sections which are involved in the structure of C program. Okay, sure. First one, okay. Comment about the program. Okay. Next, hash include stdio.h. Next, hash define PI 3.1415. Okay. Next, data type var1, var2, var n. Next, void main. Statements. Next, return type function name, paralist, open brace, statements, close brace. Okay, these are the 6 sections. First one is documentation. Next, header file section. Definition section. Global variable declaration section. Next, main program section. Next, user defined function section. Okay, these are the several sections which are involved in the structure of C language. Okay. First one is documentation, header file section, definition section, global variable declaration section, main program section, and user defined function section. Understood? Sure. First one is documentation section. Documentation section which consists of which contains comments. Comments are nothing but these are description about the feature of your program. Okay, sure. These are included in the program, but these statements are not executed by the C compiler. Okay, these are not executed by the C compiler. Which purpose we are writing? For readable purpose. Sure. For example, I wrote this C program. Okay, understood. This is the C program for addition of two numbers. Okay, this is for addition of two numbers. Sure, I wrote some statement in comment. Okay, program for addition of two numbers. I wrote at the top of the program. Sure, who doesn't know the C language also? Who doesn't know the C language? Sure, if you read this statement, we can easily understand which purpose we wrote the next lines. Understood? అర్థమైందా? ఇది ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అడిషన్ ఆఫ్ టూ నంబర్స్ అనుకోండి, నేను ఏంటి ఇక్కడ స్టేట్మెంట్ కమెంట్ లో రాశాను ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫర్ అడిషన్ ఆఫ్ టూ నంబర్స్ అని. Who doesn't know the C language also can easily understand by reading that statement. Okay, so that purpose we have to write the statements in comments. Sure, which purpose? For readable purpose, for understandable purpose we are writing the statements in comments. Okay, those are nothing but the comment the documentation section. Okay, sure, comment about the program. Sure, generally there are two types of comments. One is single line comment, and second one is multi-line comment. Multi-line comment, single line comment, multi-line comment. Single line comment is nothing but putting only one line in comment. How many lines we are keeping in comment? Only one line. Okay, only one line if you want to keep in comment, we go with single line comment. Single line comment is denoted by double slash. It is denoted by double slash. After double slash, whatever the text you written till the end of the line, that can be treated as single line comment. How many lines we are keeping in comment? Only one line. If you want to keep in comment, we go with single line comment. It is denoted by double slash. It is denoted by double slash. Okay. After double slash, if you reach the end of the line, again, if some other statement is there which is not ended, what should we have to do? We have to write in next line. Next, when you writing next line, it is also starts with a double slash. Why? Because only one line we have to keep in comment. If it is continuing, again if you wrote in next line, we have to start with the double slash only. Okay, so that is single line comment. Whereas multi-line comment is nothing but putting several lines in comment. If you want to keep more than one line in comment, we go with multi-line comment. Multi-line comment is denoted by slash star and ends with star slash. Slash star and ends with star slash. Sure, in between slash star and the star slash, whatever the text you written, that can be treated as multi-line comment. Understood? To keep more than one line in comment. Okay, instead of in every line if you want to keep the double slash, okay, we go with multi-line comment. Okay, starting we are enclosing slash star and ending we are enclosing star slash. Okay, in between whatever the statements you wrote, that can be treated as multi-line comment. Understood? Next one is header section, header file section. Header file section, okay, it is one of the header file. Ash include stdio.h. Stdio stands for standard. Std means standard, I means input, whereas O means output. Okay, standard input output header file. Sure, when we have to use include this header file at the top of the program means wherever you are going to perform the input and output related tasks. Input and output. Input means taking the data from keyboard, whereas output is nothing but displaying the result on monitor. Sure, when performing these related operations, we must include this header file at the top of the program. Okay. In C program, we must include this header file stdio.h at the top of the program. Okay. When we have to perform the input and output related task. Okay. This header file contains several types of header file. What it contains? Library functions. Library function means the functions which are already available in C, which are already exist in C. Those are nothing but library functions. Understood? Okay, such library functions are available. Input and output related library functions are available in stdio.h. Some of the header library functions are scanf, okay, printf, okay, scanf, printf, getS, puts, getchar, okay, putchar. Okay, these are all input and output related functions. These functions are available in stdio.h. Whenever you are using this related function in your program, anyone, if you used in your program, we must include this header file at the top of the program. Otherwise, it is going to raise some error. Okay, so that purpose we have to use the stdio.h header file. Understood? Okay, when we have to include this header file while performing input and output related tasks in your program, we must include this header file at the top of the program. Understood? And next one is definition section. Definition section is one more section in C program structure of C, here which is used to create the constants. To create constants and macros, we go with definition section. Okay, constant is nothing but it's a fixed value. The value which cannot be changed, which cannot be altered, those are nothing but constants. Okay, if you want to create constants in C, we go with definition section. Understood? Here, pi value. What is the value of pi? In mathematics, what is the value of 22/7? That is equivalent to 3.1415. Okay, like that, if you want to create constants in C, we go with definition section. As defined is one of the preprocessor which is used to create constants and macros in C. Understood? Next one is global variable declaration section. Global variable declaration section. Here, variable, why we require this variable means variable represent a name that allocates some space in memory. Okay, if you want to require, okay, if you want to listen class in SID, first what should we have to do? If you want to learn some course in SID, first what should we have to do? Join. First we have to take the admission. Then it will become easy to complete your course or learn your course. Understood? Here also same thing. If you require some space in memory, if you require some space in memory to store some value, okay, to store something in memory, what we are required, some space is required. That space is provided by declaring the variable. Understood? Variable represents a name that allocates some space in memory. Okay? If you allocated some space in memory by declaring variable, that purpose we have to use the variable. Generally, in C, there are two types of variables. One is local variable and global variable. Local variable means the variable which should be available inside the function, which are available inside the function, which are not available outside the function. Such type of variables are nothing but local variables. Understood? Local variable means only which should be allocated inside this function, which are not available outside the function. Such type of variables are nothing but local variables. Whereas global variables means these are global variables. Global variables we can use everywhere in the program, inside the function or outside the function also. we can use these variables inside this main function as well as we can use in user defined function also. Such type of variables are nothing but global variables. Understood? The difference between local and global variables. Okay? So next one is main program section. Main program section. So this is mandatory function. Main program is the mandatory function. Why? Because in C programming language, the execution starts from main only. From where it is going to start the execution? From main function only. Whatever the statements you wrote before the main function, these are not executed by the C compiler first. From where the execution will be start? From main program only. It is mandatory program in every C program. Okay? Sure. This is starting of the main program. This is the ending of the main program. Open curly brace is the starting of the program. Okay? Whereas closing curly brace is the ending of main program. Okay? In between, whatever the statements you are writing, those are going to be perform some kind of tasks. Understood? So that is nothing but main program section. Okay. Next one is user defined function section. User defined function section means so the function which is defined by the user to create your own functions in C. We go with user defined function section. Just before we discussed it. So C is suitable for structured program. C is suitable for structured program. Okay, what we are doing here, we are decomposing the larger programs into smaller parts. Okay, smaller programs. So these smaller programs, how we are going to be defining with the help of this user defined section. User defined function. Understood? So that purpose we have to use the user defined function. Okay, it consists of return type, function name, list of parameters. So inside the left and right curly braces, we can write the statement that is going to be performing particular task or specific task. Okay, these are the 6 sections which are involved in the structure of C program. Understood? Okay. If you want to write it, present a snapshot is the third task. Program. Take a snapshot. Okay, sure. Okay, check documentation section. It is not mandatory to write in the program. Sure, it is a best practice to write in the program. Okay, which purpose we are writing? For understandable purpose. If other users are using this program, watching this program, can easily understand which purpose we wrote this program. That purpose we have to include the statements in comments. It is not mandatory to write in the program. It is the best practice to write it. And next one is header file section. It is mandatory. Why? Because any program, whenever they are going to be performing a particular task, we have to perform 2 types of operation: taking the data and producing the result, output. Okay, these type of operations, whenever we are going to be performed, we must include this header file at the top of the program. It is mandatory to include in every program, in every C program. Next one is definition section. Definition section is not mandatory. So when we are required, we can include the constants. Okay. And next one is global variable declaration section. It is also not mandatory to write in the program. When we are required global variables to access everywhere in the program, that time we have to declare it as global. Okay. Next one is main program section. Main program section is mandatory function. Why? Because the execution starts from main function only. Okay, that's why we have to include this main program in our program. Okay, main function in our program. And user defined function. User defined function is not mandatory. When we require to decompose larger programs into smaller programs, then we can use user defined function. Okay, these are the mandatory sections. Okay, some of the mandatory sections. Okay, when writing the program. Okay, write one of the simple program to perform the addition of 2 numbers. Write a program. to find summation of two numbers. Write a program to find sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. Sum of two numbers. Listen. Okay, sum of two numbers. What is the first statement to write in the program? What is the first statement to write in the program? Speak loudly, I am not hearing your voice properly.
Reading purpose questions.
That statement in comment they have to include. Okay, that's the first one. It is not mandatory, but it is the best practice to write in the program. Okay, which purpose we are writing this program? Sum of program for sum of two numbers. Okay, sum of two numbers. Okay, next one. Next.
Slash include.
No, hash include. This is header file we have to include. Why? Because we are going to be performing input and output related task. Hash include. Don't give the space. Hash include stdio.h. Next. Definition section is mandatory. No. Global variables. Not mandatory. Next. Main program section. Void main. Okay. Clear? First what we are required? Sum of two numbers. First we are required two numbers. Then only it is possible to perform summation. Okay, first you have to declare two numbers. If you are required, what we have to do? We have to require two spaces in memory. To store these values, these numbers, we are required some space in memory. No? For that purpose, what should we have to do? We have to declare some variables like integer type of variable we are going to declare. A is equal to 10, comma, B is equal to 20, for example. After performing the task, we can get some result. No? Okay, 10 plus 20, if you perform, what result we can get? 30. 30, if you want to store, we are required one more space in memory. No? Okay, if you require one more space, we are going to be declaring one more variable as C. Understood? After getting these two values, we are performing summation. Sure, we are performing the summation of A and B, and the result is going to be stored in C. C is equal to A plus B. Okay? Each and every statement is terminated with semicolon. Okay, it is terminating with semicolon. After that, we store the result in C variable. That we have to display on the monitor screen. If you want to display on the monitor screen, we have to use the printf function. Printf is one of the output functions. Just before we discussed scanf, printf, get, put, get, char, put, char. Okay, these are all input and output functions which are available in stdio.h. Okay, one of the output function, printf is the output function, formatted output function. With the help of that, we can print the result on the monitor. Okay, here the sum of two numbers. The sum of two numbers or the sum, whatever it is equal to, okay, percentage D, comma C. Percentage D is a format specified for integer. C is which type of variable? Int type of variable. Int means without fractional values. Just before we discussed the 28, 42. Okay, without fractional values to store, we use the int data type. Okay, C is the integer data type. This integer type of result, if you want to print on the monitor screen, we have to use the percentage D. Percentage D is the format specified. Okay, to print integer type of result on the monitor screen. Okay, that is the way. After that, we are closing the main function. Okay, this is the way to write summation of two numbers. Understood? Right. రాస్తేనే వస్తాయి ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. Over. Next, write one more program. Write a program to find sum of three numbers. Write a program to find sum of three numbers. Sum of three numbers. Okay. First, before going to writing the program, first you have to analyze the program. How many number of variables we are required? 4 number of variables are required. Okay. 3 to store the values and another one to store the result. Okay. You have to declare 4 variables and perform the task. Right. Okay, and write some other programs also. Write a program to find summation of 4 numbers. Write a program to find sum of 4 numbers. Write a program to find sum of 4 numbers. Next, write a program to find product of 2 numbers. Product means multiplication. Okay. Product of 2 numbers. Write a program to find product of 2 numbers. Next, write a program to find subtraction of 2 numbers. Difference of 2 numbers. Okay. Difference of 2 numbers. Write these programs.